Hi, I'm Vanessa Franco.
And I'm Stephanie Holland.
Welcome to the iGuide audiophile music segment for the week.
Right, so you've got a lot to talk about this week.
I always have a lot to talk about. I never shut up. But okay, I love, anyone who reads my blog knows I love 80s music. I love 80s hair bands. We're going to have one here. You want to guess which one it is? Well, a member of one.
Well, I know the answer. So
then don't guess. So you don't spoil it for the crowd. Queensryche. Well, actually, Jeff Tate from Queensryche, who actually, it's funny, I say hair metal. He actually doesn't have hair. He has, like, he's totally shaved his head now. But they are going to be at Ween's Family Cellars in Temecula on Friday night. They were actually the metal band that did, like, concept albums.
I remember that. I remember that.
They had a great song, Jet City Woman, Silent Lucidity.
So it'll be interesting to see what he plays at a little winery.
Well, they rock out down there. I mean, like lots of people. The English beat plays are like once every like 2 weeks. I'm convinced that Dave Wakeling actually just sleeps in the vines. But I mean, they're rocking shows like Ween's Family Cellars all summer long. They rock out. So that's one thing happening Friday night. Then next week we have. Do you remember the band The Used?
I do.
I really liked them. I saw here's a blast from the past. I saw them. They weren't even the headlining band. Finch from Temecula was the headlining band. This is all the way on the East Coast, like years and years ago. But The Used had like Box of Sharp Objects, Taste of Ink. I think they probably had other like MTV hits that I can't remember right now. I kind of honestly didn't like anything they released after the first album. But they're going to be at the Fox in Pomona on September 18th. Tickets are still available for that. Would you go to that one?
I don't know, mainly because I'm not sure how many songs I'd want to hear.
Like, it's like I think I just go listen to the first album instead.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fine. You can watch it on YouTube. But that's how the movie. I want to talk about the really exciting thing happening Friday night. It's kind of music related.
Sure.
The man sings. He also has puppets, and I am pro puppet all the time.
Is anybody anti-puppet? We're talking about Terry Fator.
Tim raised his hand over in the booth. Yeah, Tim's anti-puppet.
You may remember him from America's Got Talent Season 2. He was the big winner.
I thought it was Season 1.
No, he won Season 2, and he got the big contract to Vegas.
Yeah,
that was the prize, was the $1 million show in Vegas, and then the Mirage liked him so much they signed him to like $100 million contract and built him his own theater and everything.
Yeah, and the puppets get their own seats.
So, if you've never seen his show, basically he has this rotating cast of puppets, and he sings, and he tells jokes and funny stories. And I did get a chance to speak with him because he has a show coming up at the Fox.
Yeah, it's Fox. And it's actually the first big show of the Fox's fall season this year, and it's this Friday night.
So just a couple quick highlights is he says the touring show completely different from the Vegas show.
Yeah.
So if you've been to Vegas and seen his show at the Mirage, it is a completely different show that you'll see at the Fox.
That's a lot of puppet voices to remember.
And also he says he changes the show constantly. So even if you've seen it before, it's probably going to be a completely different show because he updates the jokes and he changes
has lots of different
songs.
Puppets.
He does have different puppets and he rotates the puppets out.
Oh, we should brought puppets.
And you were talking about...
He has an Etta James puppet.
You were talking about it's Emma Taylor, who's the puppet who sings At Last.
It's Etta James.
And
R.I.P.
And what he told me about that was that he had friends who told him, you should do a girl voice, and they played the song for him, and when he heard it and he listened to it and he looked it up, it turns out it was right in his octave, and so he started singing it.
Wait. He hadn't heard At Last before until these mysterious friends told him that? Really?
I don't think it was that he hadn't heard it. I think it was that he wasn't familiar if the song was right for his voice.
Okay, I guess so. When you're a puppet master, you got to try out all the songs.
So, and of course, that turned out to be the number that got him onto America's Got Talent. So, and that was just some friends said, hey, you should sing this song because I think you'll sound good. And he had never done a female voice before he developed that song and that act. Yeah.
Huh. Well, and you said he was also very inspirational. I kind of want like Terry Fator motivational posters to hang up in my cubicle.
He was very inspirational because he was talking about how just before he got on to America's Got Talent, he was just about ready to give up because he thought nobody'd be interested in a 40-year-old ventriloquist. But obviously he didn't give up. It was like that one last audition you go on where, okay, if this doesn't make it, then I might have to rethink things. But he went on America's Got Talent and he won the whole show. He also said At Last, and then he has a turtle that does a Kermit the Frog impression, and he does What a Wonderful World. And those are like his 2 signature songs.
Those are his signature songs.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds delightful. Well, you'll be able to see all this stuff in the print guide. You can also go right here, pe.com/iGuide. You can follow me on Twitter at @Vanessa Franco. See you next week.